What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. We're focusing on the Arizona Coyotes locking up Connor Murphy via a 6-year extension worth $3.8 million. They seem to really like Murphy in the desert. I've always kind of had a mixed bag on him. He gets hurt way. Let me rephrase that. Previous to the last 2 seasons, he got hurt way too much for me, and it just kind of became like an underlying subplot with him. Oh, Connor Murphy's hurt again. Oh, guess what? Connor Murphy's hurt. Again, he's shown he can stay healthy, and that's obviously a huge thing on developing as a player. And played about 78 games this season. It's the most games I think he's ever played in a season at any level. So again, it's definitely something that the Coyotes like. I mean, and they think he's at 23 years old, still growing, and can be take another step forward. At 17 points last year and was pretty much a solid lockdown defenseman for Arizona at times. And with the blue line undergoing some transformations, adding a guy like a Alex Goligoski and even like Luke Shen, there's going to be some different situations Murphy can play in. Obviously, all Rekman Larson's the top, and then everything else kind of just works stuff into place on that Arizona blue line. So I think Murphy is a guy that I'd like to see him and Goligoski playing together next year. I think that'd be a nice solid pairing. I think Murphy's game could take off. I think he'd put up some decent offensive numbers, and his kind of stay-at-home presence would be a good solid fit with Goligoski. So as Goligoski's a little more of a rover, puck mover. So, and again, Arizona really thinks that Murphy's going to take some more steps forward in the next few years. So $3.8 million for a defenseman like this is an absolute bargain. I like the deal. Again, my biggest concern with Murphy has always been Connor Murphy. It has always been his injuries. Is Connor Murphy hurt right now? It was kind of an underlying subplot in a couple of the early years of the power play, because I watched him play with the U.S. development team. I really liked to watch him play for the U.S. of the World Juniors, and he looked like he was going to be pretty good when he was playing for Sarnia. I mean, Sarnia had a bomb squad for a little bit up there, but again, he was always seemed to be banged up. So again, he's been healthy the last couple of years, and I think now that he's been able to put his injury woes behind him, his game can really go to that next level. And we'll see what that next level means for the Arizona Coyotes organization and for Connor Murphy on an individual level, because I think one obviously complements another. His dad, obviously, Gord Murphy. People forget Connor was actually born in Boston while his dad was playing for the Bruins. So yeah, played on those. He was on the Bruins for half a year and a half. So just throwing that out there. Pretty cool if you ask me. Then spent some of his youth in Florida, as his dad was on that first Florida Panthers team, and then his dad ended up back in Boston at the end. I didn't know that. Let's look up Gord Murphy's numbers. Spent some time in Atlanta, and then a lot of time in Columbus growing up because his father was an assistant coach, and got to be part of the Junior Blue Jackets program. Just throwing out some factoids for you. Anyway, bottom line, I like the deal from both sides. And again, big question, does he stay healthy? Anyway, that's all I got in this episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for episodes throughout the off season and beyond. Later, guys.